Everybody, welcome to another episode of Sport Federation TV, where, of course, every week we take a look at what's happening with sport in the Western Cape. We speak about our federations around the districts, our various sport codes that are, of course, linked to the SASCOC structure, and we talk about sport, mainly sport in the Western Cape and how our athletes are doing. We've got a nice full show for you tonight. We're going to be talking about life-saving, we're going to talk about cricket, we're going to talk about cycling, and talking about cycling, in studio with me, and he's of course been in studio with us before. He's been online with us before as well. High performance manager for Western Cape Cycling, Bonthuys. Carl, welcome to Sport Federation TV. Nice to have you here.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, I'm glad that you're not a stranger to Federation TV, so you know how to look after your sport code. That's what you're busy doing at the moment, looking after cycling.
Yes, I'm trying my best to make cycling the best sport that we can possibly.
You're also a rider and you do track and road riding.
Yes, I'm still riding as well.
Yeah. So for the people that are out there that are watching the show now, what's the difference between track and road?
So track cycling is a lot more shorter than road cycling. If you're looking at distances, road cycling can start anywhere from 120 km if you're looking at elite level. On track cycling, our longest race, especially in endurance, is only 40 kilometers.
Yeah.
So there's a big difference between even our longest race on the track versus our shortest events on the road.
Is it more complicated to do a road event than a track event? I mean, how often can you do the two?
Each discipline has its own complications, if you can put it that way.
Yeah.
So on the track, there's a lot more different events and rules that are followed in between those events. On a normal road race, it's quite simple. The first one to cross the finish line wins. In track, there are different sub-events within track cycling. So like an elimination race, for example.
Yeah.
Each lap, a rider gets eliminated. And a point race in track cycling, every 10 laps, which is 2.5 kilometers, there's a sprint point where the first 4 riders get points.
Yeah.
So there's different ways to win in track cycling in the different events.
So for an athlete that's doing high performance, which is now your baby, high performance management, you're also the high performance manager for the academy system for cycling. We'll talk about that in a second. But can an athlete that is doing, for example, track cycling, can they compete every weekend versus can an athlete that's doing road cycling, how often can they compete? What's a healthy option?
Those are quite healthy options. Track cycling is more explosive. That's why it's also a shorter distance.
Yeah.
But there has been cases where you can ride week to week on the track like you would on the road.
They don't burn out? Is it like, can they survive and do they recover on time?
Week to week, yes. Even day to day, there are track events like the 6 days where for 6 days you are racing each night. So there are ways to race effectively. It's all about how you structure your training and your planning.
So are you also, what's the next events for you guys now? Because it's winter now. I mean, do you guys cycle in the same way in summer and winter?
Yes and no. Like we do have a road winter league taking place now. We just finished our 3rd event, and this Sunday we'll be racing at Killarney.
Killarney, the actual
racetrack.
Motor racing track. Ackleen, you need to switch to me. Okay, now we must edit this out, huh? Okay, so Killarney, you're talking about the actual car racing, motor racing track, that Killarney?
Yeah, Killarney Raceway.
And you guys do that on the actual track itself, around the track where the cars race?
Yeah, we race on the full track.
Yeah. I mean, is that quite different to normal? So do you consider that track riding or road riding?
That will still be road racing.
Yeah.
Because it's not on a track like a velodrome. If we're talking about track cycling, it's not on a velodrome, so that's still road riding.
I can imagine that gets quite serious.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how often do you guys compete at the Killarney track?
So for this winter league, we'll be doing 3 races at Killarney, And then in the spring and summer, there is a Killarney night series, which take place on a Thursday. And so quite often, it's a nice place to go racing, and it's free from traffic.
Yeah, well, I would imagine that must be quite nice from a spectator point of view, that you can watch the road racing around a track. Do the guys arrive there with support teams and managers and so on, like a crew?
Yeah, the support teams will be there for each and every race. And at Killarney, it's more spectator friendly, so the families and friends make a day of it, watch the cycling, get some food.
That's great.
And enjoy the day. Within the next few weeks, we'll be doing testing with them, and then we'll be running through the program to get them ready for essays in September, both youth essays and then track omnium essays.
Yeah, I think that was going to be my next question, is for those athletes that are on a high performance program, what is their pathway? Where do they go?
So it all starts by racing like your winter league now that Western Province Cycling is hosting, because that's some of the races we looked at, as well as your provincial champs and then your national champs as well. So that will be a start, and then from there we'll look to improve on their performances, educate them on being an athlete, and then hopefully that translates to moving up to a higher level.
So when you say educate them, do you guys look at things like nutrition and sleep and gym? I mean, what exactly does high performance all involve? I mean, I'm sure you can't give us everything, but
yeah. So it involves sports nutrition, off the bike work, and then just getting them ready for the next level. So if they graduate to a international team, they'll know already how things work. And there won't be a shock to them.
Sorry, folks. We're speaking to Carl Bonthuys, high performance manager for Western Cape Cycling, and is of course also a rider on track and road riding. So from an eventing point of view now, it's events around Killarney. And have you got any road events coming up as well? Or are you going to be back at the Velodrome as well soon?
So we're in the middle of the Western Province Winter League. We'll be racing up until June every week. So the next event will be Killarney. And then I think there will be another one the next week. And then we'll finish off the road segment of the Winter League in Paardeberg.
Right. On a final question, how are we doing from a provincial point of view, Western Cape athletes compared to, I mean, are we winning medals? Are we beating the Gauteng guys? Are we beating the KZN guys?
On the track, we're quite competitive with the Gauteng guys. On the road, that's where we still need to work on to get more competitive, especially at nationals.
Yeah. And you've had quite a bit of success up on the West Coast as well with the growth of cycling.
Yeah, we're working on improving the growth in the West Coast. Like in the beginning of the year, we hosted our Western Cape Road and Time Trial Championships there, and that was quite a good event in terms of both how the time trial and the road event went, and the numbers that came to attend.
Carl, it's been great chatting with you. Western Cape Cycling is obviously just keeps getting better and stronger and faster all the time. A lot of events. And we're looking forward to getting lots of pictures and videos and getting you back in studio soon.
Thank you for having me once again.
There we go, folks. Carl Bonthuys is, of course, from Western Cape Cycling, a high-performance manager. Get down to Killarney. Look out for the events at Paardeberg. Look out for the events at the Velodrome, and support cycling. They really are flying the flag for Western Cape sport. Always great to see how our athletes are doing. Western Cape Cycling Federation has on a number of occasions been either nominated or won the Federation of the Year awards here in the province. We'll be back after the break. Don't go away.